Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on an Ariens two-wheeled trimmer. It has a Tecumseh 6-horsepower engine on it. And this was a common problem on these. Top cover starts getting loose and there's like a little O-ring gasket between the oil filler and the engine. And as you can tell, on top of the engine it has all this oil on there while they ran it. Froze the motor up. So we're probably either going to put a good used motor on there or put a new one on there. So hope you enjoy the video. Here, I'll show you a better view of that little O-ring gasket I was talking about. You know, there's a lot of vibration on these trimmers, and I'm sure these two bolts in the back and two in the front started vibrating. This dipstick started going up and down and just started bubbling out oil right there. They never stopped to fix it, and that's what's happened. So, okay, I'm going to take off this front shroud right here so we can get to the pulley. Then I believe I'm going to take that back frame off because two of the motor bolts underneath that would be a lot easier taking that motor off with that plate that holds the tires, the frame that holds the tires on. So we'll take this rubber shroud off here. Plus I want to get a lot of that grease and stuff off because I don't want, or that oil, I don't want belt slipping and stuff. Them two in the back, they were 5/16 headed bolts. Looks like these are 5/16 also. There's 4 up here. But only 3 bolts with 4 holes. Now it's all open under there in the front. Good thing we did that. There's a lot of grass and stuff under there. I'm going to take, there's 4 bolts on each side here. There's 4 there. And 4 there, that frame under here. So we can take a straight shot at them bolts holding the motor on. Now we can do some cleaning up. I have to use the ratchet wrench to get the rest of them out the rest of the way. The horizontal frame's in the way. Even if I took the tire off, that frame's still there. So I'll turn this around after a bit. I noticed that they didn't have the air cleaner on it either, and there's a bunch of dirt in the center hole of the air cleaner. I just noticed that. I'll show you that too. This poor engine never had a chance between no air filter and the oil. I guess some people's motto, run it till it dies, I guess. I don't know. It's an older string trimmer, but with them Ariens, you know, they made a good strong unit. Lasts for years and years and years. You know, we can do the other side. I am going to keep that carburetor though because it's harder and harder to find true Tecumseh carburetors for these older Tecumseh carburetors. You can buy ones online, but they're not true Tecumsehs. They're the aftermarket brands. So I'm going to save that carburetor. Okay. Now we can get to the bolts, but see, a good thing I did that because you can see that belt is oil soaked. And when you're getting heavy grass and stuff, you know it's just gonna slip and slide. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this top hub off too. Had a mouse nest in there of all things. I'll be darned. Good old mouse nest. I'll make sure I put them spacers back in there. Gotta do a lot of cleaning on this project. I'm gonna unhook this cable right here, the engagement cable. Get that out of the way. Everything's so oily and slippery. And there's 3 slots as in the last slot, so you gotta remember that. Now we can get to the 4 bolts to hold the motor on there. That looks like them are 9/16 also. I gotta show you this carburetor real quick before I forget. So look at all that dirt on the sides in there. Anyways, got the motor out. Now we need to take this pulley off this motor. So we need that to find out the shaft size and everything of this so I can go find another motor. So it's like that's 1/2 inch, I believe. No, it was 9/16. Okay, there's our shaft. So when we find their motor, we need one with that length and that diameter. And you need a motor that has a heavy flywheel on it, because on most, it's the same bolt pattern as a push-more motor, but they have light aluminum flywheels on there, and the blade acts like the flywheel. So we can't put one of them motors on. We have to have a heavy flywheel one, and that means that it can run without anything on here. But on a regular push-more engine, they just have that just plain aluminum flywheel, but they use that blade, the cutting blade, for the centrifugal force. Because if you pull a rope on a push-more with no blade on it, you could break your wrist, because it'll backfire. I don't know. It's happened to me a few times and it hurts. Need to go find the motor now, so that's my next project.